guys. Oh, I put it on the wrong one. There we go. Intro. Hi, everybody. I'm Tina Carini, and we are live Thursday Night Hangout. Hey, Chris. Hey, Carol. How are you guys doing tonight? I've had a visitor in here. Okay. So I am so happy to be here again tonight. I was a little nervous that my computer was going to act up because it's been acting up all day today. It keeps freezing on me. So let's keep our fingers crossed, say some prayers that it goes just fine. And it's my geeky husband. Yeah, he's being all silly and everything. So anyway, yeah, did you see him? So they saw you. Damn. Oh, you didn't hear that. So anyway, um, where am I? So welcome. Like I already said, I have a cue card to show you guys. It's actually I'll just show you. So this is the card sketch right here. I did not make, Chris said hi. I didn't make a sample card with it yet. But we're just going to make two cards using this sketch tonight. It's super easy. It's super, super cute. We're using some Last Chance products so that you guys get a chance to see them. They are on the Last Chance. I'm not sure if they're discounted or not. I didn't go check. But anyway, that's what we're going to be doing. And catalogs. So here is the cover of the new catalog right here. This is my complimentary demonstrator copy. So hopefully I'll have them soon, and I'll be sending them out soon before, like probably in a couple of weeks, I'll be sending them out. My local ladies, when I get them, you'll be more than welcome to come by and pick them up if you'd like, or you can wait till class on May 3rd to get your catalog. Okay, so I don't really have a whole lot of stuff to talk about except for my email, which I always tell you guys about. If you are not on my email list, but you would like to be, there is a link in the descriptions for you to sign up. They're completely free. I send newsletters out. I send free tutorials. I send, usually, not always, I'll have a tutorial for the Facebook Lives and other tutorials I usually do throughout the month. There's all kinds of information, sales, everything that Stampin' Up! Is doing, anything that I'm doing with Sponge and Stamp. And so it's just really good information to be on. All my class information is on there, sign-ups, links, and all that kind of good stuff. Let's see, can you explain the new hostess benefits? Oh my goodness. I can try. Because I'm not exactly sure if I understand it yet. And I keep meaning to watch the videos and try to learn it, and I haven't done it yet, and I need to, because that starts on the 15th, I believe, of this month. So hostess codes and rewards and all of that is going to be changing on, I believe it's the 15th. There will no longer be host codes for workshops, for, I'm not even sure if you host a party, if the host code applies to that either, because there's no way to put it down under workshops. So I don't even think that is going to be, I know these changes are a little bit difficult. Some of my customers like it because it's beneficial to them. Some of my customers don't like it because they know that a lot of us demonstrators use the host codes to be able to replenish some of our supplies to keep our prices down for our classes, for our clubs, for all those kinds of things. But you have to have an online account now, starting on the 15th. And when you reach the qualifying order amount of your orders, $20 and above, you won't be able to use it or apply it to that order, but on your next orders, you'll be able to. I think you can, like say you've earned, let's just say you earned $20 in rewards. I think you can split them up. You don't have to use it all at one time. I think I really don't want to say if I don't know for sure, but I think that they last for a year. I think. Hey, Lynette. I think they're gonna last for a year. I'll have to double check on that. I need to do a yeah, I got to do a send a newsletter out on all of that. I've told my class ladies about it, but I'm sure that half of them probably forgot. And I know that a few of them don't have online accounts and don't want online accounts. I believe I can still order for them. But I think it sends them an email and they have to finish it and put their payment in. I'm pretty sure I can order for them to not having it like I can just put it on my order, but they don't get the host rewards. The only way they get the host rewards is if they have an online account. So it's going to be a little confusing, I think, but I'm going to have to watch that video a couple of times. I may even have to call Stampin' Up with some questions. But anyway, so it's going to be interesting, but it's fun because that means that more customers get to earn host rewards is where they didn't before, unless they had a $150 or more order, or they hosted a party and their party total was $150 more. So now they only have to order $20 and they get 10% of that, which is what, $2? So they get $2 host rewards, and hey, who doesn't like that, right? So, hope I answered your question, Carol. I don't know for sure how it's all going to work, but I'm pretty sure that's the gist of it. Okay. Are you guys ready to get started? Because if you are, I'm going to go ahead and go down. I have my scrap piece of paper because we're going to do a little rock and roll tonight. So it is an older technique that I don't really see done very much. And I saw something done. I was actually looking through my business page, through Stampin' Up! Business page. And I was looking under techniques and I happened to see it and went, that's a good one. And nobody hardly ever does it anymore. So we're going to do it. I'm going to show you how to do it. I wished I had a better stamp to show you guys how to do it, but we're just going to make do with what we have and we're going to roll with that. Okay, so this, like I said, this is the sketch that we're going to be doing. This actually has a name to it, and I don't remember. It's a faux something, but it's where you take your designer series paper and you cut it, and then you have the blank in the center. I don't remember the name of it, but anyway, or you can just put a different, like this shows a different color, but that's because it's a sketch and I need to do it like that. But you can do a different color than your card base, and then it could just be just another layer, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. So we're going to bring in some lemon lime twist. We haven't used that in a while, and it is, I love this color of green. It is 5.5 by 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we're going to fold that on the score line. We're going to use our bone folder. And we are gonna, I need to put my glasses on so I can see. We're gonna put that aside. Then I have a strip here. This strip here is the part that goes across here. It is cut to, I have the measurements on the back of this, and I will have the measurements posted in my newsletter. So if you guys want these measurements, make sure that you are signed up for my newsletter. So the base is 5.5. I got 5.5 by 4 1/4, but it's really 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then our first layer which is this piece right here. And it's white. But we're going to do some stamping on it because we're going to make our own designer series paper, which I love, love, love to do. And it's been a little while since I've done that. This particular piece is not, or is it? No, it's not. This is a little bit smaller, but I've already stamped the piece that we have. I just didn't think that you guys really wanted me to watch me stamp the whole thing because it's pretty easy to do. But this piece, the piece that is going to go on here is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And then this piece is 1 1/2 by 4 3/4. And then this piece is basic white. This is 4 1/4 by 4 3/4. And that is that. All right. And we are going to put that right on here when we're ready to do our stamping. So let's do our base, or not our base, but our layer. And what we're going to do is I am using layering leaves, which I'm so sad that this is going bye-bye. I absolutely love it. But it is, and I mostly love it for the sentiments. The sentiments have such beautiful font, and I love the sayings on there. Okay. So we're going to use some lemon lime twist and some garden green for this one. And I'm using this little leaf image right here. And it's all messy. I got ink all over it from where I was playing with it earlier. I have ink all over my hands too from where I was playing. We're going to open these up. I need to move that out of the way. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your image, and you need a solid image to do this, to do the rock and rolling. I don't know, Carol, you probably know how to do the rock and roll technique. So I'm going to ink that up really, really well. Then this is the rock and roll part. Okay. So you just kind of rock and you just kind of roll it around. You're probably going to get it on your block. So just be careful when you stamp down. And I'm just going to go ahead and stamp off here. And then that is what you get. Isn't that beautiful? I absolutely love that. And then we're just going to kind of stamp that off. And then we're going to ink it up again. I'll show you again how to do it. Ink it up. And then you just rock and roll. And you can do it as much or as little as you want to do it. And then I'm just going to, oops, just like that. So isn't that beautiful? I love it so much. So anyway, what I would do is I would just go ahead and just stamp these flowers or these leaves all over. Just keep doing this, but this takes a little bit of time with the rock and the roll and the all of that. So I'm going to do this one like this, just like that. So that one I got a little bit more of the garden green on there. So, but in that, it's just so pretty, and it's never going to look exactly alike. It's always going to be different. So you just ink it up in the lighter color first, and then you just roll it in your darker color as much as you want. And I think that that's probably good. Let's see. I'll go down like that. So there. So that's that. Okay, so, and this is the piece that I already did right there. I didn't care if I had a lot in the center because I knew that my strip was going to go across the center, and it was going to cover that up. So I was okay with that. So we're going to go ahead and adhere that down. But before we do that, let's close up these and move those out of the way because I believe I'm done with those two colors. And then we're going to, oops, that came out fast. We're going to put a little hot glue on here. And then I'm just going to try to get even amount of space on here. Might help if I put my eyes on. There we go. All right, so that is ready to go. Now what we need is our flour. So I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap here. And for our flour, I am using the flour from Hooray for Surprises. We're using this little pretty little flower right here. I don't know what you call that, a daisy or something. And I'm going to open up those. So we're using Lemon Lolly and Poppy Parade. I do want to make sure that this is clean because I don't want any, I'm pretty sure I did clean it. I don't want any Poppy Parade in my Lemon Lolly. We're going to ink that up. And then we're going to just roll this around. And I might have got, I wanted to get just the tips, but I think I got a little bit more than just the tips. That's okay. I might start this one over, but we're going to see what this one looks like. I don't like the way that looks. All right, we're going to flip that over. We are going to clean that off. Clean that off really good. So I was trying to just get the tips is what I wanted to do. Different images, different stamps, you can kind of rock it and roll it a little bit more, but this one, it just doesn't work when you do that. So I just try to carefully go around and get the tips. And then we're going to stamp that down. And then there we go. Isn't that beautiful? I love that so very much. All right, so I already did it and cut it out. Right there we go. And we're going to put this card together. So that is how you do the rock and roll technique. It's pretty fun and pretty cool. All right, you guys still with me? All right, there we go. Now I have ink all over me. So this one we're going to stamp our sentiment, but I'm going to put it more over here. I am using the You Are Simply Amazing from Hooray from Surprises. This one right here. I'm going to stamp that. Oh, I closed up Poppy Parade. I think I want to use the Poppy Parade for this one. I think we're going to go with it. And then I'm just going to put it, you can put it down lower if you want, but I'm going to put it right in the center. I'm going to come over because we are going to trim some of this. And I don't want to trim more sentiment. Okay, there we go. We got that. Move that out of the way because that has got lots of ink all over it. All right. I'm going to get a baby wipe and try to get some of this ink off of me because I don't want to get it on our card. Whoops, I didn't need that much. Y'all see that? It just came out. This just came out. All right, let's see if I can get this off. Some of it. All right. I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece right down. Glue this piece right down. All right. I'm centering it on our strip. Trying to anyway. And you know what I did, you guys? I glued that down, and I didn't mean to glue that down yet because we needed to trim this. Darn it. Yeah, don't do what I did. We don't need, this didn't need to get glued down. I got ahead of myself. That's okay. We're just going to go ahead. I'm going to pop this up. And we're going to just do a little surgery and hope and pray that it works because I messed up. But that's okay because sometimes you can salvage things that you mess up. And sometimes it even turns out prettier than what you had intended it to be for. But it's really only supposed to go across this first layer. Ouch. We're going to take some paper snips. And I'm just going to trim this off. Right using the edge of my card. And then we'll do it on this side. And it's just going to go the whole card width instead of the layer. So there, we were able to salvage that. There we go. And then we're going to put our little flower right about there, just like so. And I'm going to use a dimensional on that. And our little flower is going to go right like that. It does come off just a little bit, but sometimes you have a little extra room in your envelope, not much, but we could move it over a little bit more, or you could stamp your sentiment over just a teeny tiny bit more to move that flower over more. And then we're going to put some jewels on there or something to kind of dress up that flower. And you know what? I haven't even used these. These are the antique pearls. And I didn't even look to see if they were in Last Chance or not. But I haven't even hardly used them. I've used 4. And we are going to put one of these big uns, right in the center, just like so. Maybe, you know what? I don't know how it's going to look, but we're going to try it. We're going to put a couple around. I don't know. Kind of like just the one. In all actuality, we could... I finally got a new putty refill. And now it just keeps wanting to come out on me and make this gooey mess. And we're just going to circle. I'm just circling the big one with the little ones. I think it will be really, really pretty. See if I can squeeze that one right in there. Yay! So isn't that pretty? So pretty. And that is the rock and roll technique. All right, so let's move to the next one. Oh, you guys, do not let me forget to do the number game tonight for the free card. And since we're doing 2 cards tonight, you will get to choose. The winner will get to choose which one they want. Which one you want. All right, so the next one, we're not doing the rock and roll technique on it, but we are using, which it was right up here. I promise you it was. We're using Lemon Lime Twist again, only because I think the color is so very pretty. I used the Seaside Wishes hybrid embossing folder, 3D hybrid embossing folder. And what that means is that not only can you just emboss, but, excuse me. This is the embossing folder here. It's so pretty. I hate that this is going away, but it is. And then you can use the dies that go along with it in the folder. Now you can do it in the folder, so you can do it all at once. Or, well, no, you'd want to do it, because if you don't, I think I found, no, it goes like this. I haven't used the hybrid. So it just goes in there and you can feel it kind of lock in place a little bit. And just like that. So you put that in there like so with your paper, and you can run it through. It embosses and cuts those out. Or you can just stamp them and cut them out yourself. Like you can make a template is what I do. I make a template of this. What I mean by that is I take a piece of cardstock that's big enough for it, cut this through, and then I can use my Stamp-A-Majig. Is it Stamp-A-Majig? No, that's the old one. That's the really old one. Man, I tell you, I have been getting so forgetful lately. It is like starting to scare me a little bit. But anyway, but I like what my friend, my bestie says. She says it's sun timers. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. Okay, so I can run this through my my stamp positional tool. Okay. And then I can lay my stamps right perfectly in there, and then I can stamp them and then die cut them out so that they're right. But I just used it to emboss. That's what I did. Okay, so I am, off my train, aren't I? All right, so we're gonna score this. This is 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. And I am going to fold that. I'm just going to put it around. No, it is crooked for one. There we go. And I don't like this rough edge right here that I did not notice until after. So we'll just flip it around and there we go. All right. So we can adhere this piece down. And this piece is the same. It is what, 5 3/8 by 4 1/8? 4 1/8, I believe. 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And then we have our layer here, but I did not cut out the white layer, so we need to do that. So hopefully I have a piece that's going to be long enough. This will be. So we need to cut 1 1/4 by 4 3/4. So 4 3/4, which I'm just going to leave that length. And then we've got 1 1/4. So we're going to cut this at 1 1/4. Just like that. And then we're going to stamp our sentiment on this piece. It's going to go here. It's going to go across there, but I am not going to glue this piece down yet. And then we need some scrap to do some stamping. So I've got the little starfish, the baby starfish from the stamp set, which, it's right here. My desk is a complete and total mess. All right. So we're going to use the little starfish and the little sand dollar, and we're going to use You Absolutely Made My Day. Or we could use, this one too, so it's not as long. Matter of fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. If I wasn't putting anything on this and it was just going to be the sentiment, I probably would use the really long sentiment. But because we are putting a starfish on here and the sand dollar, I'm going to use that one, and it's wide enough to where it fits. And that sentiment is Your Friendship is the Best Gift. Okay, so we are going to bring in some lemon lime, and we're going to stamp our starfish. I don't know where you guys are because I don't see comments. I am live, right? Yeah, it says end stream, so it didn't say stream ended. You guys have to chat because maybe if I refresh the chat. Let's see. Let's see if that works. Uh-oh, now I lost all of you guys. No. Okay, I'm just gonna Oh no, what just happened? There we go. There you guys are. There you are. Wow, look at all of that. Yes, I think it's a year. I think it is too, Carol, for the host rewards. Ellie is watching you on my laptop. Love the bright colors. I know, aren't they fun colors? Oh, I'm so glad you guys like that. Do that all the time. You do the rock and roll all the time, Carol. Ah, I forgot about it. I haven't. Oh, hey, Tori. I forgot about it. I haven't done it in forever. So I'm using the little starfish. I'm going to stamp that down there. And then I have the little sand dollar. And we're just using fun colors because, you know, when I first got the stamp set, I used all the beachy colors, all the, the sand dollar was the tans and the white, off whites, and not the off white, but the basic beige and stuff like that. I just really wanted to use some fun colors for this card. So that's what we're doing. No, not rock and roll. What do you do all the time? I'm sure it was something that I said, but I don't know. All right, and then we've gonna cut these out, but I already did that. So you just line these guys up on there, put some washi tape, or I use Post-it note tape because that works really well for me. And I don't know what I did with the die. If I know it's around here somewhere. Oh, that's right. I used the big die and just cut out the one is what I did. So that is already cut out for us. So we've got them right here. So we're going to put this card together. There we go. So we did that. I don't think there's anything else that we need to do for this. Oh, yes, we need to stamp our sentiment. But you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to trust myself to stamp this. I don't advise to do this. I shouldn't because, I don't always stamp straight. But I'm going to go for it because if we mess up, it won't take long to just cut another piece. I'm going to put that right on there like that because I want to, but I don't want to glue it down to this. So it's going to go like that. I think I can stamp on that. We're going to try it. And I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo. That's what I used to stamp that. I used the lemon lime for the starfish. And we're going to have to block this one up. So let's take that off of there. And let's block this up. Okay. And I'm going to stamp that right there. All right, here we go. I'm going to put that right about there. Yay! Okay, I took a chance. Now what I'm going to do is glue this down. You can pop this up or you can lay this flat. I think I'm going to lay this flat because this one is going to look like that faux thingamajiggy, what you call it. So I'm just going to glue this one flat on there. Make a mistake in it. Oh gosh, yes. Yes, Carol, I do that. I get ahead of myself and I know better than to do that, and I just do. Or like if you're going to attach ribbon to it and you need to tuck it under or wrap it around, and I forget and I glue my piece down and I'm like, well, that's not happening unless I can carefully lift it up. Okay. But I did learn a trick, and I think I shared it with you guys. I think I did, where you can use your heat tool and heat it up, and it lifts up easy, pretty easy anyway. You can do that too and manage to save it. I didn't think about that, but anyway, then we're going to pop this guy up, and then we're going to put our starfish right like so. I think that's so pretty, but we're going to pop that up. I love these colors too. These are so pretty. All right. I'm going to put 2 of them on here, I think. I could probably get away with 1, but I'm just going to put 2. That's going to go right like so. And then the starfish is going to go just like that. We're going to glue that one on there. All right. Just like that. So pretty. And then we're going to glue this onto our card base, or you can even pop this up, but I'm not going to. We are going to, actually you don't want to if you're trying to do that faux look. You don't want to pop this up. All right. And then we're going to no. It slid too much. It slid too much. There we go. I'm good with that. All right. That is that. We're going to put some jewels on that. And not sure what jewels to use. Let's see here. Let's see. We could do these like little bubbles. Do the flirty flamingo. I could do the pool party, or I wonder if I have any. I have them. We could use these. These are the Riverside Irregular Pearls. I like these. Let's use these. We could use that, which these, I don't remember what colors these are, and I don't know if they're on there. I know one was Lost Lagoon. It does not say. Okay. I think this was Lost Lagoon, but I think that actually might be really pretty on there. Or we could use one of these iridescents. I think I like this. So it's like bubbles. So let's do those. So we'll put a big one. Let's see here. We'll put a big one right here. And then we will put a little one right there. And then we'll put one right there. There we go. So pretty. I love it. Shiny embellishments. Love this design. Carol, I'm so glad you like it. Oh, Lynette, thank you. All right, so that is what I have for you guys tonight. So it was a pretty fast live, wasn't it? Let's not forget to do our drawing. So we will do, let's see, let's do, 10. We'll do 1 through 10. So pick your number and let me write it down first, and then I'll tell you guys when to do it. I got to do it off camera. Let's see. I don't think I've used that number yet. Okay, so I got my number. So you guys go ahead and put your numbers 1 through 10. So cute. Thank you, Chris. So far we have a 6 and an 8. 1 through 10. So whoever gets the closest to the number without going over gets to choose one of these two cards here. Where's the other one? Where, oh, where is the other one? Well, what did I do with it? Oh, I'll find it. We have a 7. You guys that won last week, your cards are in the mail. I finally got them in the mail. I couldn't do it Monday like I had hoped because it was pouring down rain and our mailbox leaks, and I didn't want it to get soaking wet before the post office came to pick them up. So it went out yesterday or the day before yesterday. I think yesterday. I can't find, oh, here it is. I was going to say, I can't find the other card. All right. Do we have all 4? We're missing numbers. We're missing numbers 1 through 10. All right. Let me move this out of the way. Now I have even a bigger mess. Let's see. Let's move that out of the way. All right, so let's go ahead and pick our number. And our number is 7. So I thought I saw a 7 on there. Let's see. Who is it? Tori. Tori, pick the card that you would like for me to send you. Or you can pick it up. One of the two. Congratulations, everybody's saying. Tori. Anyway, I can always find out which one you want. All right. So, Tori, just let me know which one of these you want. And I will get it to you. Congratulations. All right. I need a sip of my drink, my coffee. It's hot. All right, you guys, thank you so much for coming on here tonight and spending your time with me. The one on the right, this one, the flower or the sand dollar? Thank you for spending your time with me. It really does mean a whole lot to me. It really, really does. It is an encouragement when you guys come on here and you chatter with me, and they are pretty. I like them both. I won't tell you guys which one's my favorite because I like them both. The flower or the sand dollar? Or you said the right, so this is my right. I assume it's your right too. Oh, I'm so glad that you guys like this. You're so welcome. So if you guys have not tried the rock and roll technique, I hope that you do because it is a lot of fun and you can stretch those stamps and make them look different. You can make them look different, and I just think it's really fun. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something new. And yeah. So again, thank you so much for joining me. It really does mean a lot coming from the bottom of my heart. I'm trying to keep up with comments too, because I think last week I missed one. And if you're watching on the replay on YouTube, thank you so very much for your support. It means a lot to me. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, I hope that you do. And please give give the video a thumbs up and comment in the comments below. Because that means so much to me as well. And I love to hear your read your comments, not hear them, read them, and all that kind of good stuff. Again, don't forget, if you don't get my newsletters, make sure you sign up for them. They are free. The link is in the description. We had a blast on our card class this month. It was this past Saturday. We had a great time on there. We made some really, really pretty masculine. I say pretty for masculine. Is that a contradiction? I think it might be. No, they were very nice, handsome cards. We learned a technique too, didn't we, Tori? So on there, and it was just a blast. We had a full class. I hope for a full class on April 3rd. No, I'm sorry. April 5th, this past Saturday, was our monthly card class. May 3rd is our next one at 10:30. So I did send a newsletter out with the link on that. I don't believe I've posted it on Facebook yet. I will. I also send newsletters out with reminders of the class and opportunities to sign up. It's important that you use the link to register for my card classes, because my seating is limited, and that definitely will reserve your seat by registering. Because if you put it in Facebook somewhere, I may or may not see it. And not only that, Constant Contact keeps up with my tickets on there. So my class might be full, but Constant Contact says it's still open because someone might have said they were coming but didn't register. And if I missed it, then we could have a oopsie for my class. So please use that link to register for class. All right. Love the guide cards. Love learning new ways to make cards. Yay, Tori. I'm so glad. All right. I'm excited for our May class. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do, but we're going to do something fun. We might even use this for one of the cards. I'm not sure. I think this is a fun card to make. I'm just not sure. All right, you guys, I am going to stop chattering and rattling on. It says it's 8:18. Oh, no, that's right. Right? Yeah, because my live started at 7:30. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm telling you. Yeah, it's 8:18. So we've almost been on here for an hour. It doesn't feel like it tonight, at least not to me, but it might for you guys. I don't know. I hope not. But anyway, I'm going to go because I can just chatter, and chatter. So you guys have a great rest of your week. I will see you same time, same place next week. Bye, you guys.